Okay, Carly, all eyes on Florida this morning. Category 4?
Yeah, Category 4 Hurricane Idalia now eyeing the Florida coast through the morning. Storm surge going to be one of those greatest threats, up to 16 feet. So that's basically standing on the second story and water still 6 feet up. So that would be above my head on the second story. Right now, you can see Hurricane Idalia with 130-mile-per-hour winds. The eye was really organized, becoming a little bit disorganized as it is approaching the coast, but still producing those really strong wind gusts, maybe going through a recycling, eye wall recycle fades. But as of 5 a.m., this is a really strong hurricane, and it's only going to continue inland through 1 p.m. at Category 2 strength there to the north of Jacksonville, and then continue as a tropical storm along the coast through Thursday. The good news is the storm is moving, and it's moving fairly quickly, but it is going to dump some rainfall, so flooding will be a potential big issue for areas inland as well, with rainfall totals up to 7 inches over the next 24 to 48 hours, depending on where you live or where these people live. But overall, most of the rain is going to be on the north side, and then the strongest winds and the greatest storm surge will be there on the south side of the storm as it is approaching Florida. For us, we're on the dry side. We're going to miss out on a lot of the rainfall due to high pressure, and Idalia being in between both of those systems really is pumping dry air down the plains, and so we're going to feel that risk of fire danger across much of Texas and into Louisiana from that dry air. However, we're going to actually have low humidity, which will be nice. Heading into the weekend, an area of low pressure along the edge of this stalled front that has been interacting with Idalia is going to work to keep our temperatures slightly cooler, but our heat index is going back up. So we're talking heat index values above 110 by the weekend. Right now, our wave heights are only 2 feet, but you can see where Idalia is. We've got 14-foot waves at least, some waves even higher than that. That's what's going to lead to that storm surge as well, as that water is surging inland. What we are going to see in terms of impacts on the Texas coast is going to come more so in our periods. So as you can see, our wave heights really only about 2 to 3 feet as we are heading into Wednesday evening. Those bigger waves don't quite make it, but our periods are going to get longer, and that's going to increase that rip current risk and the coastal flooding. So coastal flood advisory is in place today from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Another one will be possible tomorrow. Waves about 2 to 3 feet every 10 seconds. So that's a pretty long period for us, which is going to lead to that dangerous rip current risk. High tide, it's actually going to stay pretty steady at high tide pretty much through 5:06 through 1:01 p.m. there at Bob Hall, where Bob Hall used to be, and Port Aransas. That's 5:18 through 12:43 today. Not much of a dip in the tide. So when you take a look at your beach forecast, here's what we're getting at. Temperatures in the 90s. Wind forecast out of the north through the morning, but shifting back out of the east by 4 p.m. Light winds here. We are going to see those waves heights about 3 feet every 10 seconds by 10 a.m. High temperatures 103. So I mentioned all that dry air coming in. So on our muggy meter, we've got comfortable conditions for the most part. Wednesdays a little sticky by Thursday, humid by Monday and Tuesday. We're back in that sweltering instant sweat level. So heat index values will be back around 112 by Tuesday, but we get a break in that excessive heat as we continue into the rest of the week. John Thomas.